Coming up next on the Jim Miller for President Sports Program. Tim's bracket is a joke. Get ready for liver.
Well, we all know here in the Jim Miller President Sports Program that during March Madness, not all the brackets go exactly the way you want them to, especially when you only have one shot at them and can't make 16 or 18 of them like Ryan does all the time.
I made 20, but 2 were done already. One was St. John's winning the national title, and the other one was Louisville winning the national title. So so 2 brackets. And the one that Louisville won the national title on, I believe St. John's was also in the Final Four. I ripped that bracket. Like, that was a disaster. So,
well, almost as much of a disaster as mine. Well, no, I'd say that one's a little worse than mine was, but okay. How about Michigan State going to the Final Four?
Yeah, let's try to do this in a somewhat organized manner. I don't want to spend the entire segment making fun of Tim.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, I kind of do. But no, I'm kidding.
I know, it's always fun, right?
Let's spend some time just going through what happened in the first round.
With the regrets.
Because, not the regrets so much. Well, we'll get to all that.
Yeah.
But just really quickly what happened in the first round, right? I've taken the liberty of filling out a bracket that is official, that we'll be able to compare ours to at the end of the tournament to see who has to eat liver. We already know it's going to be you because one of your Final Four teams is out already. So that's well and good. So now so let's just go through what happened in the first round, nice and easy, and let's just talk about it. All right, Ohio State obviously was going to beat, who the hell did they play? Alabama State, whatever. They killed them, no problems there. George Mason beat Villanova. It's not that big a deal. Villanova, a lot of people saw Villanova as overrated this year, so George Mason got it done there. I'm not going to go through all of them, but Kentucky did beat Princeton. Kentucky also won today over West Virginia. That's exciting. West Virginia beat Clemson, which is always a good thing. Washington did beat Georgia. Syracuse handled Indiana State. No power. Larry Bird had no effect on the game. I'm sorry. I did have Indiana State winning that game on one of my brackets. I was like, I'll just take a flyer. That didn't happen. North Carolina obviously handled Long Island. Duke clobbered Hampton. Michigan blew away Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee was just embarrassing. To me, it felt like Tennessee didn't even show up. Just all that because Bruce Pearl, the head coach, has all these NCAA violation problems right now. And the AD comes out like the day before their game and says, yeah, we're probably going to fire him. And it's like, why would you do that? And now all the players are like, yeah, our coach is gone. And they just mailed it in. They mailed it in, and they let Michigan clobber them. So now Michigan goes in with this false sense of reality, thinking, oh, yeah, we can beat anybody, man. And Duke is going to kill them. Duke is going to crush them. And just going through some of the other ones, Texas beat Oakland. A lot of people on this at this table had Oakland beating Texas, and Texas won relatively easily.
Yay.
That's the one thing Tim got right.
I won victory.
It's good for you, Tim. Good for you. Cincinnati beat Missouri. That was a game I couldn't figure out. I don't think anyone could. UConn took care of Bucknell. No shocker there. Temple and Penn State was interesting. San Diego State spanked Northern Colorado. Illinois is like Kansas. Obviously, all the 1 seeds won. Illinois beating UNLV, like it wasn't shocking that they won, but the way they beat them was so surprising. They got so hot behind the arc, and they just blew out UNLV. And I thought UNLV was going to win the game. So, big upset, 2 or 3. I'm sorry, really big upsets. Richmond taking out Vanderbilt. A lot of people saw that one coming. Vanderbilt has now lost to like 3 or 4 double-digit seeds in a row in the NCAA tournament, so they have problems in this tournament, and that means their coach is getting fired, right? You keep getting upset when you're a 5 seed, eventually you're going to lose your job, so that's not good for anybody. Shocker of the tournament, I think, was when Morehead State beat Louisville. A lot of people had Louisville in the Elite Eight and the Final Four. I had them winning the national title on one of my brackets. That's the one that I tore up. It was absolutely surprising, and they got it on this last second, just no call. They go up, take a shot, Morehead State. It looked like a foul to me. Looked like a foul to you, Cory?
Yeah, it looked like a foul to me too, actually. But I guess it was just a lot of people said it was a good non-call, though. I thought it was still a foul.
Barkley said it was a no non-call, but what does Charles Barkley know?
But there's a lot more than just Charles Barkley, though. Like, the guys who were actually broadcasting that game really did think it was a foul.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't have as good of an angle, maybe, as they could.
You never know. And then, of course, Virginia Commonwealth, Cory's team, takes out Georgetown. Kind of surprising because I didn't even think they're going to win their play-in game.
I had them in the playing game, but I did not pick them to beat Georgetown, but I really regret that. But we'll get to that later.
I suppose we will. Purdue beat St. Peter's. No one's surprised. Notre Dame beating Akron.
I didn't even know St. Peter's existed.
Butler takes out Old Dominion. Really close, hard-fought game. No, I said it on Thursday. There's no shame in the loser of that game. Just two good middle-of-the-road teams going after it. And now I think Butler. I can't talk today. I think Butler is taking a
Bruce
real.
Pearl.
Shut your mouth.
Hey, Michigan State.
I think Butler's
going to
gonna
be the new Jon Stewart on this show. Huh?
Hey, Michigan State.
Hey, yeah. How about Michigan State, guys?
So I think Butler's gonna make a real run at Pitt, and I think they're gonna beat Pitt in this next one. K-State, Wisconsin beats Belmont. This is another shocker. Gonzaga taking out St. John's. I had St. John's on my JMFPSP bracket, going to the Sweet 16. So. And I had them I had them winning the national title actually on the other bracket that I tore up. Actually, I think I still have that one because I have a few Final Four teams intact. Whatever. But you know, that one was shocking. Gonzaga getting that one. I thought St. John's would be able to get past them. And now, how far do you think Gonzaga can move on?
Not very far. They're gonna lose their next game. In my mind, BYU.
Oh, okay. I think it's just Jimmer Fredette and everybody else.
True.
BYU is the Chicago Bulls of the NCAA tournament. Not much of a supporting cast. That was a shot at you.
Number one in the Eastern Conference, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, not a lot of talent. Once you come up against more talented teams, you're going to get spanked. And I'm not saying Gonzaga is more talented because I have no idea whatsoever. Yeah. But once they run into either K-State or they run into a Pitt, they're going to get killed.
Yeah.
They're just going to run out of gas. And wouldn't that be great, though, if you could get an all-Mountain West national championship game? A San Diego State BYU national championship game.
That'd be something.
That'd be exciting. Yeah. It's not going to happen. It'd be the bad kids from San Diego State against all the Mormons.
Right.
Andrew would be so pumped. We'd have to get him on the show for that.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah. He's been fired, but I think we'd have to bring him back.
Oh, yeah.
Just for that. So it's exciting. I'm not looking at the answer sheet. I'm looking at my bracket for no reason. And then UCLA. This is okay. Let's start talking about regrets because UCLA was winning 42-26 at halftime against Michigan State. Now Michigan State came all the way back, made it very interesting, but UCLA was able to get it done at the end against MSU. Why is this interesting? We've been making fun of them all day. Tim, your Michigan State Spartans, you had them in the Final Four, and they got spanked by UCLA. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts?
Well, you never pick your favorite team, and if you're not confident in them, so that's what I did.
Why?
I mean, I thought they had some magic left, but no.
This was based on magic?
No.
This wasn't based on players or matchups. Or
they made it last year. I thought they could do it again.
But this year they were a 10 seed.
And another interesting thing, I did not have Duke in the Final Four, so
that's terrible.
And they're probably more likely to make it too shady.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It was just a disaster. I mean,
because
I wanted to take a risk. Nobody was taking any risks and everything, so I was like, hey, it's the second to last one. I'm gonna take a risk here. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead.
Yeah, and your risk,
it cost me.
Crashed and burned. That was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Let me play that one again.
Yeah, I think this is fitting. Yes.
I hope you got that. That was very good.
I mean,
it describes your entire bracket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now the rest of your bracket was okay.
Yeah.
But you've probably got about 20 losses, 20 or 25 losses, where me and Cory
have about like 13.
We both have 13. Me and Cory are tied for the lead, and Tim is all by himself in the liver department. So how does that make you feel?
I don't know. It makes me think. What's the winner gonna get?
What are we? Yeah. What's gonna like?
I don't know.
I think it's enough of a reward to not eat
liver.
Right. Yeah.
Should we get a trophy? A tremendous bowl?
A tremendous bowl of
cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
The tremendous bowl of cookies.
Yeah.
Heralding back to the Madden 08 Football League days.
Yeah.
The championship.
That never happened ever.
Tremendous bowl.
We only got like halfway through the season, then I was like, yeah, fuck this. And no one knows what we're talking about, so let's go get back on track here, guys.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts besides Michigan State. I mean,
maybe I should have picked Florida instead, guys.
Maybe. I think
I picked them winning over Florida, which is where the wheels came off.
I would pick Florida.
That was the same as Sports Illustrated had. They had Michigan State over Florida, I think.
At this stage, I would pick Florida or Gonzaga over Pitt to make it to the Final Four. What do you think?
I would go with Florida mainly over Gonzaga, but I think either of those teams could not handle, but could take Pitt. Pitt's a very interesting 1 seed. I don't even know why they're a 1 seed in my mind.
So that's briefly just what happened in the first round. So now let's go back to what we regret.
Oh boy.
Cory, I've been talking forever, so Cory, I'll let you go first. What do you regret? By the way, we have one going final. Florida did beat UCLA. So.
Yeah, high fives, guys. We all had that.
No, I had UCLA, man.
Oh, ooh, disastrous.
He's cooked.
Oh,
that's why you were rooting so hard.
Yeah. Of course, I did not have them going very far, though.
Yeah.
Man. Well, yeah, that's
actually,
true.
I had them losing to St. John's, which is actually I'm going to get to right now.
I had Florida winning. Yes, I have one over you.
No. That's okay. You know what? It's all okay, man, because...
It's okay, man.
It's okay. All of my Final Four teams are still intact.
Okay.
But my biggest regret is St. John's going to the Elite Eight. You don't know how pissed off I was at my house when I saw St. John's just got lit up by Gonzaga. I had this team going to Elite Eight, losing to Pitt. I had them beating UCLA, and then beating... I had them beating BYU first, actually. And then... yeah, that's my biggest regret. I really thought St. John's had a lot of talent. Mainly, I should have, in the back of my mind, thought they had so much Madison Square Garden magic in them. And they're really not that great of a team. I mean, really.
Yeah, you knew.
They had good seniors. That's all I could really say about them. But I just thought they were going to be a good dark horse team.
Yeah.
That's my biggest regret.
Now, you knew my regret would be much more complex than everybody else's because everything is always complex with me. At this very point in time, at 4:42, on this Saturday, I have no regrets. Seriously, none whatsoever. However, I have Washington beating North Carolina in the next round. They play tomorrow, the first game on Sunday, and something tells me that North Carolina is going to win that game, and I'm going to be in a whole heap of trouble. Now, at the end of the day, I have Syracuse beating Washington in the next round anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm either going to feel really good or really bad around 1 o'clock on Sunday. So I'm concerned about it. I really am concerned about it. That Washington, because if Washington beats Carolina, I'm in great shape to walk away with no liver in the NCAA tournament.
Well, liver's good for you.
Is it?
It supplies iron.
Is it?
It's rich in iron. That's pretty much all it is.
So liver is good. I mean, it's so gross.
It's gross as taste-wise, but
we don't know if it tastes bad. It just looks weird.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure it tastes bad.
I mean, it has to.
It has to.
I was asking my mom about it the other day. She's like, "Yeah, it tastes irony. So it's like pure iron.
Sexy.
Sexy. Tasty. We need that sound effect out here.
Okay, let's talk about your regrets, Tim. Here, I'll give you.
Well, let me get my list out here.
However, you bid.
Where can I begin here?
Quickly, Cory and I did pick the Oakland upset against Texas, and Tim picked Texas, so he has that going for him. He has nothing else.
That's it.
But he has that going for him.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not much.
Neither of you guys has to worry about your Final Four teams being knocked out yet. I mean,
yet.
I think that's why you don't pick a double-digit team to go to the Final Four. It seems to me my biggest regret is that it's like picking Florida State to go to the Final Four, and that's not happening.
No. Notre Dame's gonna kill them.
Yeah, I mean, Florida State, they're the only 10 team left. So you look at the prospects for 10 teams, they don't look good in the NCAA tournament. So
no, they don't. It's not a magic seed.
Yeah, it is not a magic seed. What was Michigan State last year? They were
2.
2, yeah.
They were a 2, I believe.
See, that's why I had them going to
the
the Final
Four. The year before that,
when
everyone was surprised, I think they were a 7 or 8.
I'm not sure.
But they were still. It was shocking that they made it anyway, and they got killed by Carolina in that game anyway. With Tyler Hansbrough, the more memorable of the 2 Hansbrough brothers at this point. And Hansbrough, by the way, is turning out to be pretty good in the NBA. He's starting to get hot.
With the Pacers,
here in March with the Pacers. So it could be, you never know, Danny Granger and Tyler Hansbrough could be the makings of a big 3 in Indiana.
Ooh.
Nah.
No, Danny Granger by himself is a good player. I think he's very underrated, but we'll get to that some other time.
Save it for the NBA talk, guys. I also regret picking St. John's because
Yeah.
How far do you
Gonzaga.
have St. John's going?
I think 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
See, that's
So
not
it's
as
for the
bad as
Sweet
me.
16?
I had them in the Elite Eight, so.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know
the
if I
Sweet
went as
16,
far as the
yeah.
Elite Eight. I obviously forgot my bracket and I rushed to get over here, but
A rush?
What rush?
What? You were
I
like
was-
3 hours late.
hey, come on.
No.
I'm
No.
the president.
But I mean, that's my point. The president being so irresponsible is ass
Hey,
backwards.
hey, I wasn't. We'll talk about this during the break, but I think it's about time to cut this short.
All right, whatever.
Our regrets.
Whatever, bro.
All right, we got to talk about the NBA because we talked about the Miami Heat on the Ryan Hartson show, and I have changed my mind about the Miami Heat completely thanks to Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's next. That's next
On the Jim Miller President Sports Program.
on BWC Internet Radio. Tim is still an idiot.